Databases allow you to collect instances from multiple packages where they can be stored, labeled further, or used for a method of measuring progress throughout a season. So here we've got a game that's been coded, and we want to database all of Purdue's shots. So we've got made 2s, made 3s, missed 2s, and missed 3s. Now we can select a single row by just clicking that row. We can select multiple rows by holding down the command key, or we can select single instances by again holding down that command key and clicking single instances as well. So we want to do all of the shots, so we're going to hold down the command key and select multiple rows and press database. Now as you can see down the bottom here, there are two different types of databases. There's a reference database and a standalone database. A reference database, which will be orange, requires the SportsCode packages from where the clips originate to be accessible, whether that be on the desktop, a shared server, or external hard drive. This is because the database is only referencing, hence its name, the original clips. However, a standalone database does not require the original clips to be accessible because it stands alone, hence it's also, its name. And now there are pros and cons to both databases. A reference database can contain a lot of instances with little storage taken up, but it can be corrupted easily if the original source changes. And reference databases are hard to travel with, so if you're going home after a day of work or if you're traveling for an away game, because you also have to carry all the original SportsCode packages from which that reference database is referencing. While with standalone packages, you don't need that source content. You can travel with it and you don't have to worry about having those original packages with you. And that means you can also mess with those original packages and it won't affect that standalone database. However, standalone databases are far greater in size because those videos have been disconnected from their original source, and it's just a duplicate video. So we're going to go for a standalone database here. It's going to call it database. We're not going to change it. It's going to press yes, and it's going to load in. There we go. Database has been updated. Now when we go to this second game, we're going to again select all of Purdue's shots, press database, and this time we're not creating a new database, we're just going to export it as a standalone. You can't export standalones into reference databases, and you can't export reference into standalones. You have to export a standalone into a standalone. So export, yes. Now, as we're saying in terms of size, how a standalone database is a lot bigger than a reference database. Now, here I've got a reference database of the exact same thing down here. So a reference and a standalone. If we check the size of both, we'll see the difference. So this reference database is only 5 megabytes on the disk, while this standalone database is 436. So as you can see, there's a drastic difference, and again, that's because this reference database is only referencing the videos in these two SportsCode packages, while the standalone database is just a whole entire duplicate of those videos. Now, if I deleted these two packages on the right here, this reference database would not work. However, the standalone database would work. So those are the difference between databases, and that's how you database clips. This is what it'll look like. You've got your first video's clips here, and your second video clips here. Because they're of the same name, they're just going to export into that same row.